Alright, so this is the Japan 4.0 Premium. So everything that you should have is the chair itself, your back pad and headrest, 2 lower side panels, 2 upper side panels, which are the arm massages as well. You're going to have your remote control stand, Allen key, as well as your caps, which will cover the screws on the side panel. You're going to have 8 long armrest screws, 8 short armrest screws, and then some more caps as well. So the first step in setting this up is raising the backrest. You hear it lock in, that part's done. So we're going to remove all the protective padding. So when you get your arm panels and pieces out of the boxes, they will actually be labeled right and left. So right is going to be on the right side of the chair as you were sitting in it, and left is going to be on the left side of the chair as you were sitting in it as well. So to install the upper arm panel, you're going to stick the yellow hose behind the frame, and then the armrest is actually going to sit behind this metal frame as well, making sure that the gray hose does not get pinched. There are 4 nuts in the armrest that you are going to affix the short armrest screws with to. So now we are going to actually affix the arm panel to the chair. When we do this, you also need to decide which side you want your remote holder to go on as well. This chair, we're going to put it on the right side. It's typically supposed to go on the left side. Kind of just depends on how you want. You can adjust it with the Allen screw here just by rotating it. So first thing we're going to do is put our front lower screw in using the short screws, the 6 short screws that came with the parts kit. Then we can attach our armrest and our remote holder. Now if you tighten down the front screw on the top a little bit too tight, and you can adjust the back to get the other screw in, just loosen that one up a little bit. Don't take it all the way out, but just loosen it up. So that way you have a little bit of adjustment on the rear screw. Once the rear screw is tightened down, then you can go back to the front screw and tighten it if you had to loosen it. Now our upper arm and remote holder are attached. Next we are going to move on to the lower side panel. So as you can see, there are 4 holes in the lower side panel. That's where you're going to be attaching your long screws. And there is also a power box in the back, which is where your switch is. You're going to want to get this piece over the power box. It does take a little bit of work to get it in there. To get everything lined up just right. And if you look into the hole, you can see the bolt on the other side. So now we can start tightening these 4 screws down. Again, as with the upper arm panel, if you don't tighten the screw down all the way, it gives you a little bit of wiggle room to kind of move it around to get the other screws in. And just make sure you go back and retighten them when you're done. Once you have them all in, then you can go back and retighten them all down. So now this is where your plastic covers come into play. So basically you're just going to go on the right side. It's going to be A, B, C, D. On the other side, it's going to be the exact same but opposite. You're going to have A, B, C, and D. I recommend keeping the little letters that are in the bags with each part so you know which ones are which. So, like I said, you're going to go A, and then B, and if you look, you'll see a little white tab right here. There is a slot that lines up with to make sure that the angle is correct on the chair. And then we are going to do C on the upper rear, and then D on the lower rear. On the other side, you're going to do the exact same thing you did on the previous one. However, this time you don't have to worry about the remote holder. One of the last steps that you're going to do is to put on your back pad and headrest. So to put on the back pad, all we're going to do is zip it on. For the head pad, there are pieces of Velcro on the back. Just Velcro it on there, let it hang over. And then the last thing that we're going to do is to unwrap the remote control. We can put it in our remote holder now. And then we can unwrap our power cord, plug it in, and enjoy a massage.